Hello buddy, welcome back to another one. So today I will talking about a previously quite popular argument. Should New Zealand police carry guns? So my hypothesis is they should not carry guns. First of all, we were talking about why this argument started. Previously, according to the New Zealand Herald written article, a woman was carjacked by a man that carrying guns. So, before that, many gun shooting incidents happened in New Zealand. So that's why we're arguing about shall we bring the armed police here or not. So, normally, if we think about the armed police, we think about it, the police carry guns, shoot the criminals, and keep our society safe. Well, that's actually true. According to the New Zealand Herald written article, a former South Auckland officer said that there is more dangerous in the last 5 years, and it's showing that these innocents, like the police officer, shooted and died by the criminals. He basically means like that if we armed these police, their lives will be safe as they will carrying guns and shoot the criminals, so they will be safe. Also, our society, our community will be safe because the police carry guns and shoot at the criminals, which prevent these criminals from shooting the public people. Says that they examined the armed police, that the armed police will provide extra support to the police unit, and they will immediately react to the imminence, and they will prevent any the big damage from the criminals, so they will protect our community. In addition, the action of the Army of the Police is supported by the Police Association members. According to the Radio New Zealand, a survey shows that almost 8,000 of the Police Association members shows 73% of support of general army of the police. And if we go to the front line, the support is even higher. That the road policing shows 79%, and general duties shows 77%. And according to a former Black Power leader, Martin Capel, said that this is the police way of preempting the potential for danger. So the police, the armed police, can give our society, our people, some benefits. However, they also will cause a lot of damage to our society, our community, from physical and emotional. So according to the David Lammy, the British Shadow Lord Chancellor, that this action of arming our police is an attempt to put the fire with fire. What that means is that if we use police to fight the criminals, we start a war with guns, and this will cause damage to our street and our properties among the street. He also says that these armed police will increase our fear. So like imagine you're sitting inside in your house in a nice sunny day, suddenly a bunch of armed police carry guns and a bunch of criminals all carry guns in front of your house and start shooting, throwing grenades, shooting everywhere. So under this situation, we'll be fair about it. Of course. Normally people will be. And maybe they will be accidentally or maybe do it on purpose that show your family, the people, or maybe you, or also maybe accidentally or do it on purpose, damage the properties. He says that this will turn our streets into battlefields. In New Zealand, according to the FSO Collins, the Manuka Casino that argue with the former South Auckland officer that he said that if we just go ahead and generally arm this police, if we are going to shut the door on the trust relationship between the police as an institution and the South Auckland Maori and Pacific communities. It basically means that if we generally arm these police, we will lose trust between these Maori and Pacific communities and the police. Also, the police minister Porter Williams said that it was not necessary to arm the police. She said that the generally arming of police will fundamentally alter the nature of the relationship between the New Zealand public and the police, which the police have the trusted, approachable, and not forced to be fair. If we generally arm these police, these will be altered, will be divided. So she basically means that these fears should not be on the public. If we arm these police, the public will be in fear. So basically, if we arm these police, the risk will have first will be crowd fear. Second, our community will become battlefields, which might be our properties, and our people will be harmed. Now, what these risks will lead to? First, the crowd fear. According to the psychologists, they said that if people are in fear and pressure, they will be less efficient. So, if we are living fear, we will be less productive and our country's economy, development will be decreased. Also, if we look back in the history, just previously, last year, 2020, if we look at America, there was a riot which people were fighting the police because one police officer killed a criminal, but not really criminal, it's just he was be suspended that he faked a $10 bill, but in reality, well, he not even be proven, but he was be killed by the police with hands like, yeah, not by guns. So, like, according to the Frank Edwards, the Rogers sociologist says that I can't imagine police acting the way they do without a firearm. The police without a firearm, without a guns, will act like this. What will happen if police carry guns? Maybe it will be worse. Who knows? So, to prevent this from happening, we have to not arm our police. If we arm our police, well, we might be like this America. Events like the real, we can look from the picture like police and people just shouting around to let it start like a Soviet. In conclusion, we should not arm our police. If we arm our police, on the one hand, yes, the police can protect the public, can prevent this damage from the criminals to us, yes, but these police might also cause damages physically and emotionally, like the physically might be accidentally shoot out people, shoot the properties, and turn our streets into battlefields. And emotionally, we might maybe not be affected physically, but we will be affected emotionally. Like in front of a house, police shooting, you must be fair. Even not even in front of a house, you'll be fair, like literally like just starting war. However, this is not the major problem. Like if you whether on this place or not will not solve the fundamental problem. Like the criminals, you can't kill them all. Like we can't use the force to kill them all. So always be more criminals. So first of all, we should know why these people become. Okay, so if we look at that graph, we can see that there are many problems, many reasons that why people commit crime. But the major problem, the problem that we can control, we can solve it, is the poverty. The upbringing is just know other criminals, persuade other people to be criminals, which so if we solve the problem of the poverty, or the problem is not even a problem, the crime rate will decrease dramatically. Well, why New Zealand will be in the poverty? So we look at this graph, we can see that the New Zealand global prices is at the second place in the world. This is a part of the poverty. If people can't afford these homes, these houses, where they're gonna live, they don't have money, they want to live a place. So they might commit crimes from this. Also from this graph we can see that many of the New Zealand major main cities, the home loan is increasing dramatically and makes people less and less affordable of these homes, these houses. And not only the house price, but also the item price. If we look at this chart, we can see that the data right there, we can see that just only 1 month, like maybe 2 months, the price increased rapidly. So if we keep the item at this rate, we can't even afford anything. From this graph, we can see that more clearly that from the 2010, the price is like that high, but in 2013, it dropped to the end. Well, it might be great, but after 2013, the price like fly up to now 2021. If we keep that rate going up, well, we can't even buy anything. Like if you want food, you want dinner, you want food. If you want to go to school, buy like pens, books, whatever thing you want to buy. Even you want to go out, the gasoline for the cars, you can't even afford it in the future. Like yes, it might be some like increase of the income, but the item prices increase at higher rate than the increase of the income. So this is the reason why New Zealand is increasing. Overall, what we can do is to tell the government to like lower the prices of the houses, the item, everything, just lower it. Try the best to lower it. So how to lower the item price? Like we can provide more resources. So how we can provide more resources? We can like help them like grow fruit. No people to collect this fruit. Don't worry, we can like go to collect for themselves. They not only help these like farmers out, the government out, also they will help us to get a lower price of the stuff. Also, the government, I heard that the government most expose this stuff outside. Why not just sell it here? So this is the reason why the price increased that rapidly. We must to tell the government and take action to this to lower the price. So this will reduce the crime rate in our society, our community, our country. If we don't do this, we'll have more criminals in this country and we will have less affordable to the houses and items and probably will just die in this country out of like whatever the poverty.